I just think she is going to lose this. And I think they're done. I think the two of them are done. Because I just don't think he's that type of guy. I just don't think he is. He doesn't give me that vibe. I feel like he's a very like empathetic guy. I could be wrong. Like that's just what I get from it. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Don't Let It Stew. I have Amir Yass in the house with me today, all the way from Orange County. But he's in Orange County, but he's not here, but he lives in Orange County, right, and stuff like that. He's been on before. We had a great time when you came on the first time. So we're doing that again. Yeah. A lot of stuff has been going on. We were texting each other this morning. I guess like first thing we should just get off our chest. It's this fucking TikTok ban that really wasn't a ban. That was just kind of like a gaslight. Like, I don't know what it was. What do you think about the whole thing? Like from a marketing perspective.
From a PR perspective. Okay, well, a lot of people were saying like, it kind of reminded them of Selena Gomez when she gets off Instagram. Remember she did like, I'm not going to do any more social media. And then she comes back. So I feel like it's kind of like, it's like they're teasing us. Let's be honest. In 2020, Trump was the one that wanted the ban with the Supreme Court. A lot of them are appointed by him. So I think people are just really uneducated. I hate to say it, but I think Americans are idiots. I'm an American, but I think they're idiots. They don't even know.
I joined the group.
You joined the group. So I mean, they asked people in Times Square where the Wall of China was, and they didn't know where it was.
No.
It's in the name. It's in the name. So come on.
I mean, you can get a few gems out there. You really can with some like those questions. I mean, I never was worried about it. And first of all, like, I'm not a big TikToker. Like, I post my recipes, I post on my Instagram. I have like 45,000 followers or something like that. Like, it's fine. I do it. I love to watch people and I love to watch their stories late at night in bed and like the sidekicks. And like, I have my thing with it. I am glad it is back for all those people that make money off it because for a lot of people, if they make a living from it. And I think that's amazing. And I kind of felt bad for a lot of them because they really did think people that really don't know what's going on in politics or anything like that were really freaked out. Like the people in their 20s and stuff like that. I could see, some were crying and all that kind of stuff. I feel like I've been watching a lot of TikTok about it and they're just saying that, they did this because they think like Mark Zuckerberg has it now because the CEO of TikTok, his TikTok account apparently went from CEO TikTok to just TikTok now, like underneath it. So the CEO part is gone. Now Facebook has an account, which is weird on TikTok. It never did. And so then other people were saying, well, it was just like a whole thing for 12 hours so they could move the servers to Meta. Now, we'll see what happens in the next few days, but these are all kind of like the conspiracy theories, all this kind of stuff. I don't think they're that far-fetched, to be honest.
Listen, Stu, I believe everything at this point, everything is, who would have thought that Elon Musk would be like at the center of all of this? I mean, who would have ever thought that? So here we are. But you know what's interesting? I haven't been on TikTok since the ban and then the relifting of the ban, whatever. I've gotten some messages where people are saying it's different, that something feels different. Is that true? Okay.
I don't know. I've seen that too. A lot of creators, influencers or whatever are saying like it feels different. It's a different vibe and so forth. Maybe it is because of what happened. So they just have that in their head. I mean, I feel like as I swipe, I'm still kind of getting the same For You pages. It's nothing too different or anything like that. I'll find out tonight. Now, when I go to bed tonight, I always spend my 30 minutes to 3 hours on TikTok before I go to bed. like I get into bed, I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed at like 9:20, like just nice early night, fucking like it's like 1:20, and I'm like, holy shit. Always. I just love the stories. I just sit there and I watch them. I don't even fast forward them. It's just like, it's so entertaining, their stories. I just love it. So that's that. I mean, the inauguration was today. I really thought something was going to happen, but it didn't. So he just was sworn in. It is what it is.
Is it already done?
It's done. And look, good for him, for everybody that voted for him. Like, power to you. Like, let's just see how it all plays out. I'm not going to get angry about it. I'm not going to get pissy about it. It is what it is. And let's hope for the best. That's it.
I guess for me, what's shocking to me is Nelly and Snoop Dogg and some of these people that have been so against him. But I guess people do stuff for a paycheck, so I don't judge. I'm
That's
like, you know what? Get your
feel
money.
like they all got paid well.
Yes.
And Carrie Underwood, apparently there was I know maybe this is telling. Carrie Underwood sings America the Beautiful and a cappella after awkward audio malfunction at the Trump inauguration. Now, a lot of people were like, she's fucking done after she did this. Like, there was a lot when she agreed to do this singing inauguration with him. And apparently her ticket sales are down in Las Vegas. I saw a TikToker that actually scanned through the different stadium, like how many seats are available in each date. But that hotel is not doing well anyway. And it's losing a lot of money per day. So it could just be this whole effect. People think that she did it, PR perspective, to kind of get her back out there. People are going to buy tickets, go to her concert in Vegas. This was the whole thing. But I think she's a Republican anyway. I don't even know. But
she is. I think she'll be fine, Stu. They're always fine. The thing is, you don't get canceled. You just get moved to a different group of fans, right? Like, I don't think people get canceled.
Yeah, they don't. No, it doesn't really happen anymore. It's just like, everyone's like, oh, I don't like her. It's like, okay, like next week it's going to be something else, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
we move on so quickly.
They're not even fucking talking about the fires anymore. It's just like, oh, wow, that was just like a flash in the pan, even though it's so terrible, but whatever. Seriously. Anyway, 12-hour ban. Any new resolutions for you? I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about mine because it's going to be really annoying because we're going to be listening to it for the next few weeks, and I don't care because I'm really proud of myself about it.
Tell me.
I started at 75 hard.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of that like workout program? It's all like the thing. It's like you have. Okay. It's like it's fucking excruciating. I'm doing it. I'm committed. Okay. I'm on day 19.
Okay.
I've lost about 12 pounds. It's like I'm eating clean or you choose a diet, you take a photograph of yourself every morning when you wake up so you see like your body each day. No alcohol.
Wow.
Which has actually been surprisingly easy. It's crazy. Yeah. The non-alcoholic beers are great. So I'm on it. That's what my new year thing is.
Yay.
New year, new me.
That.
75 days. The 75th day is St. Patrick's Day. There we go.
Oh.
I know, for me, exactly. It's like, no, I mean, like what? Like I throw it away 75 days and just get like wasted on St. Patrick's Day. I don't want to do that. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. It's fun.
I love that. Maybe it'll be your new lifestyle. I love it.
You never know. You never know. I feel great so far. So we'll keep it going. You've anything crazy happen over like that you want to get off your chest? Anything like funny? Anything pissed you off recently? I mean, just something always pisses you off.
Oh yeah, something always does piss me off. You know what? You know what's pissing me off? Honestly, I gotta say, is the inauguration being on MLK Day. That was kind of irking me. I'm like, they couldn't have rescheduled that to like a week later. I guess it has to be January 20th. So I don't know, but
it has to be January 20th. Yeah, for some reason, and that's so funny because like I always thought MLK Day, and I'm such a bad like naturalized American. I always thought it was not on the 20th, MLK Day. I always knew inauguration was on the 20th, but I didn't realize it was the same day.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't know either. And I was born
here,
so don't feel too
because I think what happens is the inauguration just takes over that day so much. Like nobody talks about MLK Day.
I know.
It's weird. I don't know. Like, so weird.
Yeah. So that's annoying me. And then what else is annoying me? You know what's annoying me is all of the people that are, okay, this is another thing that is bothering me, that is fire related. I can't do the TikToks and the Instagrams with the fire and you're crying, but you didn't lose anything. I'm like, wait a second. Like you didn't lose anything. Like what?
There's, and look, and I need to get involved and I'm going to start reaching out this week. I was in Miami last week. I'm back. I'm going to start reaching out now and see how I can help out. But there is, maybe I shouldn't say anything because it's just like I'm being an asshole because that person is helping out. Okay, here's my thing. It's because this chef, she's doing stuff and she's helping out, she's cooking, she's doing meal prep meals and all that stuff with a group of people or whatnot. She's there. Here's my point. It gets to a point where it's like, are you helping out or are you being self-serving?
Yes.
And it's like, this is the thing. It's like, I don't mind, like, you're going to help, you're cooking stuff like that, a photograph of you doing it, like, hey, I'm with the team. Hey, guys, come down here to Altadena in this kitchen. We're helping out. We need some volunteers. Fine. All good. But when it's a fucking daily basis, and then there's one shot, and like she set up the camera of herself like wiping away tears. That's where it's like, no, you're taking the good away from it when you do that. That's my kind of issue with it. Be like, hey, it's Chef such and such. We're down here. Please come down. You can donate here. Everybody's just chipping in, doing their thing. Thanks for thanks for support, like blah, blah, blah. Move on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Another chef who I actually really like, his name is Are You Hungry? He's badass. He's like, don't fuck it up. Like that's his whole shtick. I chat with him sometimes on DMs. And like he took it upon himself, like just to make a bunch of like lunches, sandwiches, went down there. Like he documented the whole thing, but it was really kind of like exciting to watch him do it. He was like going to the barricades. He's like, guys, can I get through? I have like 200 sandwiches in the back of my car. I want to give them out. And they let him through, and it was a whole kind of adventure with them. I really liked that. It was awesome. And he did a few other things too. So that there is a cool way of doing it where it feels like I do give a shit. I really do want to help out and whatnot. That was my thing. Another thing with that whole fire thing, and I heard this last week. So no name, I'm not naming any names, but this definitely happened. I know two people who lost their house in the Palisades. They needed to get something from the rubble of their house, something valuable or whatever. And, they had to wait like 2 or 3 days for the smoldering to go or whatever it is. And then we're like, okay, we're going to go down because looters are going around. They could get something, whatnot.
Sure.
Fucking were bribed to get through by the cops. They gave money to the cops so they get through, so they'd pull a blind eye. And that's just one instance.
Ooh.
Obviously, people have money in the Palisades. It's a more affluent neighborhood and stuff. And they're totally they're totally taking opportunities on that. Because they're like, I know you want your safe or you want your Rolex or you want your this or your that. Because a lot of people left stuff behind because they thought they were coming back to a house. But that's going on. That's fucking unbelievable. It's just like,
I believe that.
Yeah,
I believe that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, listen, a lot of these people, there are always really good first responders. And then there's also ones that are shady. It's kind of like gay people. I always tell, not all gay people are nice. Some of them are assholes. It's the same thing with first responders. Some of them are assholes. Some of them are taking advantage.
I mean, but even to have a fucking straight face looking at a guy in a car with his wife and they want to go in and see, and they lost their house and they just want to get a few fucking things that might be there. Oh yeah, that'll cost you $200 or whatever. I don't know how much money they gave them, but it's probably 200 or more at least.
Well, that's what I always say because, being from a Middle Eastern country, that kind of stuff happens a lot and Americans act like they're above it. But when a natural disaster happens, I feel like some of that third world stuff comes out. You know what I mean? Like some of that kind of shadiness comes to the surface. And even like I heard like my cousin's kids, they lost their school, which is really sad. But then they had lines up of like Rimowa and Lululemon for free. And a lot of these rich people, like they don't need free Rimowa bags that are $2,500. But they're getting that, right? Because I think sometimes it's kind of like the celebrities where they get those free gift bags. The richer you are, the more opportunities are. Like people in Altadena, like it's not their vacation home; it's their primary home. And they can't rebuild. So I think there's a little bit of that class stuff. But LA has always had that, even from the LA riots till now. There's a lot of class stuff. So sometimes the fire brings that to the surface, like that there is some, some people are, and I'm not saying, listen, you lost your vacation home, you're crying, I get it, but you also still have a primary home.
It's all valid. I mean, a lot of people don't. Like, I mean, these people, that was their family house with their two kids, and like that's it. You know what I mean? I had other friends that lost a ranch, and they had a beach house, and the two of them were wiped. Like, so
it's still horrible. Horrible.
Like, the ranch was gone, and they were probably like, the ranch is taken. They're like, do you know what? It's fine. We got the beach house. We can just go down there and like stay. You know what? We got all the animals out and so forth. Fucking beach house is gone too. Like both. Could you imagine? It's insane.
It's just horrible.
Anyway, stay up to date on that. Okay, this is just ongoing. I love talking to Zach Peter about this Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively thing. He's just so obsessed with it, and he's just like,
he's so good.
He's so good at it. It's great. So we have to continue it on because it's still going. So it's a $400 million lawsuit. Like, and then like Lively's lawyers' retaliation claim, like they accuse them of using Darvo tactics, like deny, attack, reverse victim, and offend to blame shift onto Lively and her team. Like, what's next? What's the next thing? Oh, do you know what else I saw last night on TikTok? I just love TikTok. But someone was talking about, it was like a photograph of Justin Baldoni at the premiere where he had to watch it in the basement. That whole thing, right? There was a fan that he has followed her journey or something on Instagram or TikTok. She's in a wheelchair. She has a breathing apparatus like up her nose. I don't know what disease or sickness or whatever, but it's someone that he's become very fond of over the years, followed the journey, very sweet. He brought her to the premiere that night where he had to sit in the basement, where she had to go probably with him.
Oh my God.
That's fucked. Because when you watch the photographs on the red carpet, the invitation was for her to come, be there with him, with a friend. She could bring a friend and watch the premiere together because she was a big fan of his. And people got the message out there to him, and he was just like, "Oh my God, I love her. She's great," and so forth. So, I mean, God, this is like if this is what they're all saying that she did, like I think it's getting worse for her, and then she keeps doubling down. Well, she has to double down because you can't walk it back now. She's gone too far.
She's gone too far. And from a PR standpoint, I feel like even if you do get the lawsuit, whatever the amount of money is that they want or whatever, even if you get vindicated, you've so much bad PR. Like you cost yourself so much bad PR. And I hope that this child was not in the basement with him. I hope he was in the premiere. But, it's not just him. It's Layton Meester. It's Anna Kendrick. It's not just him that she has a problem with.
Yeah.
It's a whole group of people. And again, I think that they're both wackadoo. I think they're both wackadoo. It's like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. There's no right side. There's no I stand with Blake. They're both stupid. That's my opinion. I think they're both childish.
I've always said it, like, it just comes back around. You can't keep treating people the same way without someone's energy changing. And it's like, she met her match with Justin. Because probably Anna Kendrick, or is it Anna Kendrick? Yeah, Anna Kendrick.
Yeah, the one in that movie, Simple Favor.
Right, Pitch Perfect. And then Layton, like, there are probably people where they're like, life is too short. Fucking see you later. Like, I'm out of here. I'm not going to have anything to do with you. I went through the movie. I got it. Like, you were a fucking nightmare. Like, it ends here. If you want to be a bitch to me, like, whatever, like, so be it. But I just think she is going to lose this. And I think they're done. I think the two of them are done. Because I just don't think he's that type of guy. I just don't think he is. He doesn't give me that vibe. I feel like he's a very, like, empathetic guy. I could be wrong. Like, that's just what I get from it.
But too much empathy. Like, have you listened to his podcast? He cried like 5 times. I was like, why are you crying 5 times? Why are you crying 5 times? I'm sorry. Like, you can't cry 5 times about your wife breastfeeding. It's too much. Like, it's just too much. Like, it gave me a headache. I was like, it's when you create a veneer like that, I'm like, and again, I get it. Like, there's not a lot of bad press with him, like from, Jane the Virgin. There's not a lot of stuff that came out about him, but something about him being like, I'm not a toxic man, constantly saying it. It's like, okay, but why do you keep saying it if you aren't a toxic man? I don't know.
I'll protest too much. Exactly. It's
yes.
Just stop saying it. Like, we kind of don't believe it, but if you keep saying it, we're going to start kind of poking around. Maybe.
Exactly. I think it's the reason this has kind of gotten everyone's panties in a wad is that we can't really understand why you're doing it. For this movie that, it did okay, it was good, but you're doing all this to get the second film. It's kind of like Hilaria Baldwin. Why are you pretending to be Spanish? The reason we were all infatuated, it's like, girl, why? I don't understand the why.
I need to talk about that soon too. I have Beverly Hills to go on to next, but before I get on to that, and I totally forgot to write out my notes here. I'm up to date with the Traitors. Do you watch it?
Okay, so everyone is telling me to watch it. I don't watch it, but I've seen all the clips, so I feel like I've already watched it. So
No,
I feel
fine.
like I kind of know what's going on.
It's fine. Like I never watched any of the other seasons. This was the only season I watched because Dolores was in it, and I know Dolores, so I just really got to see like how far she goes. And I binged like 3 episodes last night. I think I'm on episode 4 going on to episode 5, I think comes out this week. I don't know. It's good. Okay. Like, it's really good. Like, watch episode 1, go through it. It is a good binge. Do watch. You have to get over the first episode. Once you get over the first episode, then you kind of start to get into the people start being bitchy with each other. Like, I think it's insane when they do the round table and then they all kind of go for each other. Yeah. Because I'd never seen it before. It's fucking really good. And like, so it doesn't matter. I don't need to recap it or anything like that. It's just, I'm loving it so far. I like it's moving fast now. And it's exciting.
Okay,
so
I'll watch it.
We'll recap it.
I trust you. I don't like the host, though. That's my only issue. I feel like Alan Cumming is cheesy. Like, I used to love him as an actor, but he's cheesy. I was like,
I know. It's too like,
okay, I'll watch it.
Next. And I'm like, okay. And then, again, he has all these, like, one-liners, and it's so corny, and it's like, whatever. So I was a lot of the time fast forwarding it. You can't. There's a lot of like screen cuts and like they're in the country and there's these build up till they get to the. It's like just get to the fucking thing. It does move slowly in that way. So just watch it on Peacock and you can fast forward it. That's what I would do. Okay, Beverly Hills. I just like rewatched the episode because I watched it last week and I just forgot everything. I mean, it's like it's just not great this season so far. And I'm like getting sick of it. And Dorit and the Kyle drama, like this is just so unnecessary that there's nothing in that episode but like the Kyle and Dorit stuff.
I agree. Nothing happened. And if I see Garcelle's beach house again, I'm gonna scream. Like I don't need to see the beach house again.
In Bakersfield?
Yeah, like literally. I'm like, what beach is this? Like, girl, where are you? Like, I can't. Again, I'm happy for her, but I don't need to see the house again. And then the thing with Kyle and Dorit, it's the first time, because the other Housewives franchises I've seen self-producing. We've seen it on Salt Lake City. We've seen it on Roni. This is the first time on Beverly Hills where I see Kyle self-producing. Their fight felt so fake to me. Like, the escalation, it felt so fake. Dorit saying, I'm going to lunge at you. What?
No,
like so
I
fake.
think, though, like, yes, like Kyle, but it's Dorit that's doing the fake fucking acting. And then Kyle has to shout back. And then it looks like Kyle is being fake as well back. But, like, Kyle is like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this is not you. Like, who are you? Like, even Kyle's kind of calling her out. Like, I don't know who this person is. She doesn't have any to go off. Now she has to pull up this whole PK stuff and us sending memes together or a text message here and there. It doesn't matter if it's a text message to meme. I do understand, and I'm glad that Kyle did say it, that she would be a bit pissed off if Dorit was doing this, if the roles were reversed. So I'm glad she did say that because it's kind of shitty to be like, well, what's the big deal? Like, now I do believe they're all close friends. They all were very close friends at one time. So I don't know, like what? It's just it's blown up into something that it shouldn't have blown up into.
I agree.
And I did like when they were having the pizza party when Garcelle leaned over. She's like, "Girl, like just do whatever you want to do. Be whoever you want to be. Be a lesbian if you want to be one." They're like, "Wait, what?" He's like. And everybody's like, we just wanted to ask it, but nobody would.
I kind of loved that. And then I love when Erica was like, I want to ask her, but I can't. And then when Sutton, that was funny, this infidelity thing that Sutton said. I feel like this episode, Kyle was very calm.
She's like, wait, calm. What? Like, what infidelity? What? What? How did that happen? Like, wait, what? It's like, it just was like, but it wasn't like, it was just speculation around Mo apparently cheating or whatever. But she never actually said that when they cut to the clip at the reunion. She didn't say, she just said mistrust or something, or the trust was broken or whatever. That could mean fucking anything. Could mean anything. Yeah. And then, I mean, look, there's nothing else to talk about. I love Boz. I think she's fucking killing it on
Really? What,
there.
can you tell me what you love about her? Because I like her, but I don't think
Coming
she's
to her own. She's
contributed
going to
anything.
explode. She's going to have
Oh,
her
okay.
moment.
Okay.
I think she's very capable of having her moment, and it's going to happen. She's not in there yet. She's not in it yet. You know what I mean? She's still getting to know the girls and their messiness.
Okay. Okay, good.
But
Because I'm a little worried. Because Anne Marie took like a long time to, and they're very different. But Anne Marie took so long to get in the mess that then she just got fired. Like, but I mean, Anne Marie was annoying in a lot of ways, so it's not the same.
I always feel like any new housewife deserves like 2 seasons. If you're going to come on,
agree.
you got to give them a tryout. Like you have to have the first season. It's all new. It's like you're not just going to get it. Some people do. I always think you need 2 seasons. I mean, Crystal Minkoff got like two too many. I mean, didn't she get like 4 seasons or something?
She did. And she was so boring. It's like watching paint dry. But then she's so interesting on her podcast, like with Cynthia. They're funny. I was like, she's so much better. Like when she's doing interviews, she's like, she's so cool. Like it caught me off guard.
Okay.
She's actually quite cool. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
I think, some people, I mean, she kind of had some moments, but it just wasn't consistent enough. But yeah. I mean, that's really it. So we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes this week. Salt Lake City. I mean, I loved the finale. I was bawling crying. I was bawling crying over Angie and Mary and their friendship.
Good.
It was such a real moment on there, and like it just was so painful. And then what Mary's going through with her kid, and it's just like, oh Jesus.
It was heartwarming. I loved that. You know what I loved about it, Stu, was that like she didn't let her get away with it. Because most people, when Mary's like, I'm done with you, they're like, okay, because they don't want to go back with her. But Angie was like, no, you're not going to get away from me. Yeah, I liked that. That's
what a lot of people need. Like, you know, they like fight for me. Like, if you really fucking are my friend and you really are truly sorry, like show me. It's just words only go so far. Like, really show me. So I think she got her, and then we got more of like, you know, she was abandoned. We got more of the storyline from Mary. Mary has really come out this season, and I think she's probably like kind of like the best housewife this season. I think really, she's really brought it.
Most improved for sure.
Brittany, I kind of love her. I love her.
I love her. Her social media.
Whack job. I love her. Social media is amazing. The singing of the song.
Unhinged. Have you seen her when she's singing in the airport, and then people are recording her saying, "Oh my God, she's nuts," and she puts that all in there.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
The whole thing.
It's so good.
She doesn't care. I mean, she's gonna be great. She'll definitely be back next season. I hope so. And then you have the completely self-produced last moment where Heather is like, hey, everyone, why don't we get our phones out and just read the worst fucking thing we said about each other and then give it to that person for them to read the shit that I just said about them? What? I mean, what producer said that to Heather? And of course, Heather, again, comes out the last episode. She wants to have her beach moment again, but now we're in PV at a table.
Yeah. She's always trying to have her moment. I think she's but it's like you didn't deliver the whole season, and then now you want to deliver in the last episode. Yeah. It's just kind of, I don't know, she frustrates me. So I don't know.
What did you think of the text messages? Harsh?
I mean, the banana peel one was like, oh, Jesus. You know, 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot in the banana peel. I was like, damn, that's... Ooh, like, that was hard to read.
It was really like well constructed, that text message from Angie. It was like, oof, you really thought about this. This is not just like, oh, it's a throw off comment. It's like, it was like done like really well, like in a it's kind of funny, but not really if it's against you. And then, of course, Whitney was just coming for Lisa all the time anyway.
Yeah.
With the price tag and like just trying to mimic her. And then I did love when she pointed at her. And then she said, stop pointing at me. And then she put 2 more fingers at them. And she started like pointing even more like in her face. It was so childish. And like, she's such a shitbag to do it. But like, I was screaming on the couch, laughing.
So good.
So good. Funny.
Whitney is like the villain we didn't know we needed, right? She's kind of like a villain, but she's so cutesy. It's like,
I go in and out with her. I think she's just so quirky. And the way she talks is funny. And like, and when she brings up kind of moments, it's like, bitch, you just fucking made that up. Like, you know, there's a lot of things she just makes up and I'm like, wait, that didn't even happen. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's really obvious she's just trying to stir drama, but it's like, here we are, you know, like, it is what it is. And of course, Meredith, we didn't get to hear her text message. I wonder what that would have been.
Oh yeah, she never read her text message.
Never read her text message. No. And
but she delivered on that bus. She delivered on that bus when she was like
you
this. That was just amazing. It's amazing.
It's like, and just like her forehead is in the camera. It's like it's unbelievable.
So unbelievable. It's so good. Who do you think the text was going to be about? I think it was going to be about Brittany and it was going to be about Angie and the whole like slut thing. Something horrible about her.
Meredith's text message would have been about that. Probably, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I wish you would have read it. I wish you would have read it.
Because I'd say Andy would be like, that would actually be a really good question if Andy comes on. Okay, so we didn't actually get to see everybody's text message. Meredith, what was your text message going to be that night at the table? Because that would start something at the reunion. That would start a fight at the reunion, whatever
it would.
She said about whoever. I'm excited about the reunion. It's going to be good. The reunion is going to be really good. I'm excited about it. And I think like that's it. Like, you know, anything from you? Anything else? Anything watching? Do you watching movies this week? Oh, I'm watching a new show, everybody. It's called Black Doves on Netflix.
Never heard of it.
Keira Knightley, so good. It's like a 6-episode miniseries. Very, very good. Go watch it.
Oh, I love Keira Knightley. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I watched the Cameron Diaz movie. It was okay on Netflix. The one with Jamie Foxx. It's like her coming out of retirement, first acting job out of retirement. It was okay.
Okay.
Not like anything to phone home about. But Cameron Diaz is always fun. And she fights I think she's 52. She was fighting like she was 40 years old. So good on her. I don't know. She was fighting and flipping and doing all the stuff.
And you'll see that with Keira Knightley too in this show. Like she's kind of like an agent. Like she's a Secret Service agent or like at the MI5 or whatever in London, whatever it is. But yeah, really, really good. Amir, tell everybody where they can find you. TikTok, your podcast.
Yes, Amir Yass Official, and then the podcast is the Vault Podcast page, and then we have episodes every week. So yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Of course. I need bloody time. Anybody wants seasonings, go over to spicetribe.com. All my seasonings are over there. Cook Quick 6 Fix, the Housewives Cookbook, go to Amazon. And I have a few seasonings left on chefstuart.com if you want to go over there, the larger sizes, and I'm shipping them out myself. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you all here next week. Bye, everyone.